Comes an aquarium, scripted lies to calm the hysteria. Pretty little fish where your colors fade. All you filter the scum that your breed all made. Hey, hey, what you take us for? Soaking wet, flip-flopping on the floor. Time has come, man, to do the right thing. Yet we don't give a damn about your left, right wing. Man in the middle gonna take his sling, loaded up with stones and crown the king. If you strike a blow, will the masses grow? Only turn against can stop the blood flow. Time to break for the pain. Never wanna be on a part of it. No reform, no refrain. Do you wanna see what's in front of me? No remorse, just disdain. Never try to be what you let me. Time to break for do or die. Do or die. Do or die. Do or soldiers.
Hey, first off, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It's me, Mike Leper, King Mike L. This is legit. Paranormal clips brought to you by legitpodcast.com. This is the clip show where we show audio, video, visual clips of paranormal activity, and I was just uploading one of the finished uploading one of our guests one of his video clips, and it ate like 3 of my video clips. So right off the bat, I'm a little bit freaked out. I literally lost 3 intro videos in one shot. It was like, and I got to put these on because I can't see. It literally was like a computer virus that only wanted 3 videos, which makes no sense. You know what I mean? So joining me is not Buddy Money Thayer. It is not right now Block Island Rick. It's Sarah Paranormal. How are you, Sarah?
I'm great. How you doing? Besides losing 3 video clips.
You don't. It went like. I was like, what the? And I'm like, I would just play this. I don't know what else to do. It was like weird. It's haunted.
Spooky.
So, how are things with you and your group?
We're doing good. Yeah, lots of stuff going on. Very busy. We got some alien hunter action going.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Buddy, I believe, is working what's called a double. And I believe Rick may be booked up with too many tours for Block Island Ghost Tours.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you say, oh, no, and that means because.
Oh, no.
It may be just yourself and myself, and then the show after this at 9:05, it'll be myself, yourself, but then there's Haiti and Julie, right?
Yeah, but this is trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time with me. I apologize. So I'll explain how we do this, and we'll bring our guest on. We're gonna watch, look at, listen to, however you want to call it, video clips, as long as they don't ruin the stuff. We'll make our decisions on what we do see here. You know what I mean? And then we'll ask him what was really going on and give us more of a backstory so we can understand it. You want to expose any gifts that you may have beforehand? Because I have none. I just like to watch these, and then I'm like, I give like it's the kind of a.
I mean, I have plenty of gifts, but I assume you mean pertaining to the paranormal.
Yeah, I didn't mean juggling or like cards or
just
like that. No,
okay.
I didn't say roller skating. Nothing. I didn't mention any of that. I just meant plus it's a paranormal show, so I assumed you just mean you're like, yeah.
I mean, I am not the tech person on our team. that reviews the audio and video. I'll say that.
All right, but do you feel things when you see stuff? But do you feel things?
No,
when you
I
see
mean,
stuff?
I do. I feel things. We do some parapsychological techniques. I'm a parapsychological field investigator, so I've got a lot of education under my belt. But yeah, when we tend to do those experiments, I can pick up quite a bit. So
See, now doesn't that seem to be an important thing? A bit of information that should be said before you view the stuff.
it is, but I'm not in a trance right now.
No, that's
So
true.
we'll see.
But
I got magic glasses too.
me, I'm just Italian.
Do I look like an old lady now?
No.
No.
No, it's reminiscent of the days of Lucille Ball. What do you want to do first? Photos, audio, clips, or I'd like to do the photos first, to be honest.
Yeah, photos are good before my eyes get too worn out.
Let's first bring in our guest. Paranormal investigator, host of the Unseen Paranormal podcast, Eric Freeman Sims. What's up, Eric?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, that voice is amazing.
Yeah, it's a good voice, Eric.
Thank you. I get comments all the time.
You should go by your rap name, which should be Larry White. I mean, no, dude, that'd be awesome. Really quickly, so the Unseen Paranormal podcast.
Yes.
Where can we catch that? Like where can people go?
Anywhere you listen to music or podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, anywhere you get your podcast. I even upload the audio to YouTube, so you can get on my YouTube page as well. So yeah, it's everywhere. Like, I don't know, 30 different services or something.
So are you strictly doing audio?
Yeah, I just do audio, but I have a different guest on every week, and we chat about. I chat with authors, paranormal teams, just different people and different takes on the paranormal. I've had some paracelebs on and things like that.
Yeah, I like that term. Well, hold on to that term for a second. You do it weekly?
Yeah, every Wednesday.
Awesome. What times?
It comes out Wednesday morning, and you can listen to it whenever you want.
I like that pitch. You can listen to it whenever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, with us, we do it live. I don't want to get into that voice. Don't make me do the whole Bill. Anyways, that's just because I like the fun of it. Sarah, I'm going to show you a photo, and then we're going to discuss it, and then Eric's going to tell us why we're wrong or possibly right. So, Eric, in no particular order, I'm going to pull up a photo, and here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, way to make that bigger.
All right, we're looking. How could I make this bigger? Nope, that don't work. That didn't work.
Everyone's gonna get a real close up of my big nose right now.
No, I can't. Hold on. I don't know where I can put us. No, I can do. I can't. That doesn't help. All right. Basically, what modern dummy. The two of us just went plow. Eric, me and you in the face. So look, they're looking into a bedroom. It's a hotel room. It's older. There's an exit for some reason, I guess, right next to the bedroom, which is kind of weird. But maybe it's pointing that way then again, because I'm not that bright. And someone shining a light into the room. Well, it's reflecting off the light that's outside the room that's old school, but it's kind of glowing out both sides. And in the reflection in there, you can see both sides, but almost like a ghost head with an arm. You see that?
Are you talking about on the picture?
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. So it looks like, actually, is that the restaurant? Because there's a table with like a checkered tablecloth. There's something on the table.
That's a restaurant?
It looks like a table with a checkered tablecloth. Does it not look like that to you?
It's just a weird entrance for a restaurant. It looks like a restaurant in the corner of a hotel. Well, they would never do that.
It looks like one of those old, haunted B&Bs that are like houses built in the 1800s. So they're all put together like jigsaws.
That's a bed. Just so in case you're wondering, that's a bed. That's not a table. Because there's a pillow behind it. There's a pillow.
But I see it. Is that a bed? All right, maybe.
Could be a table. Now I'm thinking differently because the way it's hanging. I don't know now. Now you get me confused.
I mean,
either way, it's got to do with the light, the way it's coming out of it's illuminating out of the night light, whatever you want to call it, the side light for the room. And But
I mean, I feel like I'm almost seeing something. I don't know, like not in the picture, not that reflection, but just to, well, if I'm
in the
looking
dark, you mean?
in the dark, right next to it. Is there a doorway there? There can't be because there's a picture there.
Yeah, this
So it's a
this is one of
wall.
those things that it's like those starship pictures that if you stare at it long enough, you see the starship.
I'm
Like if I
starting
keep
to
staring
lose
at this thing right here, I'm gonna start to see like Star Trek. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I see it, but and it's not gonna be anything in the photo. So, do you have any more guesses?
I'm stumped.
What?
Darn, I'm stumped right now.
Oh, stumped. Okay.
I'm stumped. I am.
So that picture
Eric?
is a prime example of why we always take 3 pictures in a row, because you'll get one that has an anomaly in it. So it is a bed and it's a bedroom,
Okay.
and there's white pillows on the bed, and there's a shadow blocking out the white pillows.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
And
Yeah, you're
'cause
right.
You can see the, and you can also
Yep.
see the headboard in the rest of the picture, but not where it's blocking out the pillows. But the first 2 pictures I took, there was nothing. You could see the white pillows on the bed and see the headboard.
And the other 2 photos are in the same exact. So it was one of those
One
iPhone.
after another.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one after another. It took 3 in a row.
All right, where were you in this photo? What
That
was
is at a place called Thomas House in Red Bowling Springs, Tennessee. All the TV shows have been there. I think the last ones that were there were Jack and Katrina Weidman from Portals of Hell. I think they were there a couple of years ago. But Ghost Hunter's been there. Back in the day, Paranormal State was there. And then I think 2012 CNN called it. It was the second most haunted building in the United States.
Wow.
And
what came in first?
I think it was Waverly Hills, actually. That
Ooh,
year,
I was just there.
2012.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it's second to Waverly Hills, that's huge.
Waverly Hills?
Yeah, in Louisville, Kentucky.
Like the Wizards of Waverly Hill?
No.
No.
No,
It's
what
a-
I'm saying is
Yeah,
did
Waverly.
Disney
That's how
took-
it's spelled. Yes.
Yeah.
what I'm saying is did Disney take the name of the most haunted building really in existence and then call their wizards named after it?
Possibly.
That is possible.
That's creepy. I never put those 2 together because I just did. I don't know why I did. I'll never do it again. I promise. Continue.
So the Thomas House is in, like I said, Red Bowling Springs, Tennessee. And the reason it was built was because they had healing mineral springs. And it was built in the late 1800s. The original structure was wood and it burned down in 1927. They rebuilt the brick structure and they have all the rooms now. And you can actually go rent a room there. You don't have to rent it out to Paranormal Investigations. We do lots of investigations there. And we do public investigations. So people come in, they buy tickets to come and spend the night. So you get your own room for the night. You have your own bathroom. They feed you dinner and breakfast the next morning, buffet style. So it's an awesome place. It's very unique in that too, in the paranormal world, that you get fed.
Yeah, really.
So as of late, there's been a lot of paranormal events that involve sleeping outside or sleeping in tents. And I think that's great because everybody likes the idea, except me, because I couldn't do it. Like I can't sleep outside. I can't camp. So it like takes I can't nap and I can't camp. It's just the truth. I won't sleep all night long. It's just one of those things. So I'm like, damn it. I'd love to go to these things, but I can't camp.
Yeah, I'm not a camper either.
I mean, it's a paranormal investigation, so you're really not sleeping very much anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I mean, yeah, suck it up. Come on, let's go.
If there's a bunch of tents, I think eventually you got to go back to your tent, right? You got to want, near the tent. I would assume that there was an agreement that near the tents we keep it down. See, there you go, right there. That's why I can't sleep in tents with people, right there. I'm already turning into like a prison situation. Everybody in there, hey, we all got respect. Keep it down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like relax.
I mean, you're screwed, man. If there's a zombie apocalypse and you're on the run,
No, that's different.
what are you gonna do?
Sarah, don't speak nonsensical. That's different. That once that happens, oh hell yeah, here we go. I'm like I'll have a good run in me. I'm telling you, I'm already ready for that. I've been planning. I got a big sized dog. All right. Tell me more about this place and like what.
So I think 1 or 2 of my other photos are from this place as well. But
all right, wait. Then don't tell me more. Hold it at that. Let's see the next photo. Okay. Is it not the one? There's 2 other photos where you're not at a podium or someone's not at a podium. Are those 2 I need?
The one at like a podium, that's one of the ones from Thomas House.
All right, so here we go.
Hmm.
All right. I'm immediately gonna ask, did you blur his face? His
Nope.
face looks like it was. All right. So how did the white glow from the exposure of that TV? There, he looks like there's a. How would it make the camera? Well, how bright was his shirt? Was it that bright?
The picture hasn't been nothing. I've done nothing to the picture except for zoom in.
All right, Sarah, you see what I'm trying to say? Like, in other words,
Well, yeah, his face is gone.
No. That I thought was easy to see.
Oh, okay.
I meant, see the color of his shirt.
Yeah, I don't think that reflection would cover up all of his facial features in that way.
What I'm saying is, it brightened. It could have bright. He might be a pink. He might be Irish. Have a pinkish face. Because what I'm saying is, do you think that he wore a shirt that neon?
Nah, man.
That's like 80s neon. Like, look at that pink. That's strong neon.
Yeah.
Now, that be enough to pull all the color, because it's against black. So did it just pull all the color and blur? Is he that pink where it just blurred his face? Because I can kind of see his nose and stuff, but it's just like he's so pink that it just like fill in the blanks. I don't get it. I don't know.
No, man, he looks like have you ever seen like the Invisible Man? Like when he like wraps his face.
Yeah.
And puts on clothes. That's what that looks like. And I mean, I've seen it happen with like a lot of quick movement, but it wouldn't still be head shaped. Usually it would be more like elongated, like the strands. But so I'm just like, I mean, I see what you're saying. So maybe some of the pink is reflecting. There could have been some.
I'm just saying it
reflecting on his face.
Yeah, because the colors in the tube of the TV somehow with the camera lens pull out all the colors and made the black. Because that's really a black shirt and a black hat. Like, those are really, like, if I had a black hat and black shirt that matched that perfectly, I'd be so happy. I'd wear it all the time because, like, that's perfectly black. So what I'm saying is,
out his face.
It looked like the color just came pouring out of everything. But why would it make him all pink?
Man,
I'm gonna find out what his nationality is, and I'm gonna go from there because he's Irish.
Don't go down that road.
Wow.
Don't start that.
I can do that. I'm allowed to do that. I'm Italian.
I mean,
Eric, what was I looking at?
So he was giving a presentation. He's standing behind the TV.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he Irish?
Computer.
Is he Irish?
He's pretty fair skinned. I wouldn't say he's Irish white.
What's his last name?
He gets a Pig.
What?
Pig.
His real last name's Pig?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always being set up with stuff.
No, that's his real last name.
He's so pink.
Her real last name's Norma. Yeah, you know what? That's even worse. That's my point. Because listen, if he would have said a different animal, I would have never thought pink.
Nationality, pig.
He said pig. I was like, pink.
Yeah.
That's how it works in my head. All right, go ahead.
That is my investigative partner, Lee. And I investigate with Medics for Paranormal. And he wanted me to take a bunch of pictures while he was giving a presentation to all the guests that we had at Thomas House. And they have that's in their huge dining room area. And the dining room probably holds 50 people. And they have a stage up there because they have ghost hunt weekends. I don't know if you're familiar with Chad Moran and ghost hunt weekends, but they have an event there every weekend with the Tennessee Ray Chasers. And so they sell tickets, and then we kind of come in whenever they're not there. But he was just up there doing the presentation. Tennessee Wraith Chasers. Wraith Chasers. They had like 3 or 4 TV shows on Travel Channel at one time.
Yeah.
Like
Haunted Live.
I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I don't watch. I don't watch TV. I feel bad. I don't. But I don't. Race Chasers. Just was a great name. I thought it was like a football team for a second.
Yeah. So I was just taking a bunch of pictures while he's up there doing his thing. Also, one of the reasons he wanted me to take pictures is because, unfortunately, I couldn't find these pictures in time to send them to y'all. But we have a issue in the dining room, and I've never seen this anywhere else, where people's faces will be grayed out. And it's happened 3 times with 3 different cameras to different people. And one was the owner, and I was trying to find that picture, and I couldn't get it in time from my buddy Lee. But it looks like somebody's taken their face and put it over top of the owner's, and it's gray. And so they wanted me to take pictures, see if I could catch that from the back of the room. Well, no, I caught that. And like I said, other than zooming in, because I was zoomed out where you see all the people sitting in front of him, other than zooming the picture in, I haven't done anything to it, but it looked like somebody photoshopped his face off.
Yeah.
And none of the other pictures were like that. And we even tried to recreate it by him like moving his head real fast. And
Yeah.
How did he feel
catch
when
those
his
motion
face
blurs.
looked like?
And I
How
took
did
it
he
with the same camera that I was using to take those pictures, and we couldn't get. He felt fine. He kept on with the presentation.
No.
and,
I'm saying,
he
how
didn't
did
notice
he
anything.
feel about it afterwards? Like that his face looked like that in a photo.
They thought it was crazy. They're like, what the hell? Because it was just par for the course for us getting all these other anomalies or people's faces being grayed out and things.
Well,
At
hold on,
Tom's house.
Eric. Hold on 1 second. Speaking of great faces, joining us is Rick Lysick. What's up, Block
Hey.
Island? Rick, how are you, buddy?
What's
Hey.
up, guys?
Hey, Rick.
How we doing?
You on Block Island time?
Yeah, I was doing a tour, so I had to. I was running there, and I'm only here for 20 minutes, and then I got the next one up. But I didn't want to miss another week.
All right. So really quick, Eric just showed us a photo. Oh, by the way, Eric, that's Rick. Eric.
What
Hey,
up,
Rick.
Eric? How are you, brother?
That was
Good,
easy.
buddy. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Let me find this photo, Rick. So this is his buddy at a podium. Can you see it, Rick? See
Yeah.
the face? Now, doesn't the face look like it just
Muted.
someone got like a stencil though? No, at first it looks like somebody got a stencil and just colored it and went pink. If we're being 100% honest, right? But then the more you look at it, it looks like I can still see the face. It looks sort of muted, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of that face, Rick?
Yeah, no, it definitely looks muted. It looks like Keanu Reeves' mouth in The Matrix.
Could you hold a
Yeah.
conversation with this head?
Could I what?
Hold a conversation with this face. Like someone had this head. They would come
Not directly, no.
No. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have the ability to look straight at them. They had no face at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where to look.
No
Yeah.
eyes. Can't tell.
Find them on no Facebook. What would you like to go to next? Let's do this one. Oop. All right. Hey, Kodish.
Oh yeah.
You don't know what. All right. Who wants to go first? Because what I'm seeing definitely isn't right. I'm not correct at all. I'll be honest.
It looks like there's a guy doing whatever he's doing, and then it looks like
Exactly.
there's a guy wearing space glasses looking this way towards us.
There's definitely something behind him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See the white on the side? It looks like he's wearing like cool shades.
Yeah, dude, you always see stuff like cool shades. You ever from Block Island? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I see cool shades. Sarah, what do you see?
I mean, I see almost like a aurora borealis type effect there
All right.
behind him.
Sorry,
With the
sorry,
green
Sarah.
and the striations. Yeah. Yeah.
I speak for the dumb. You know this.
Yeah, I know.
Can you repeat that? And what were we saying? What type of things?
An aurora borealis type effect.
Oh, I say that all the time. That's why I was just saying that earlier to one of my kids. Aurora borealis. All the time I use that.
You
phrase.
just say aurora borealis?
Yeah, out of the blue. I got a dog named that.
Mike, are you trying to say Aurora Borealis?
Yeah, that's I know.
Well, don't, because it hurts my ears when you
Yeah.
do it like that.
You're gonna melt all this stuff. Sorry, my
Sorry.
all right. So, Sarah, anything else though of what you're seeing?
Well, I mean, I would like to know, but I know I'm not allowed to ask questions. If there is something that could be in front of him that would make the light streak that way. You know how it seems like there's poles behind him right there?
Well, his hands are definitely up in the air, right?
Yeah.
He's
But if
holding
there's like
something, right?
bars or
He's holding something because no guy sits like this.
well, yeah,
No
he's got
offense.
a
I don't think any
camera.
girl sits like this. Just sits like this. This is not comfortable. So there's something in his hands, right? He's doing
When
something.
I was a flight attendant, I did this all the time.
Yeah, but that's for the exits. That right there, he's reading. His eyes are squinted. He's looking down. That's an old guy sign for he's trying to focus. I know this. I'm old. He's an older guy. He's squinting. He's trying to see something. So he's reading, obviously. But the book looks illuminated, does it not?
Because
And
it's
then-
screen.
Could be a real book. I like to think old books. But then there's almost like one of those bug lights directly in the back area. You know what I mean? It's the ones, the zappers. that long, straight lightsaber looking thing, or that's like a Coke machine. I can't figure it out either. Probably wrong on both. But I'm trying to figure out the chair he's sitting in. He's got a really nice, like, captain's chair type high back, I can tell, right? It's way up there. Looks like a gaming chair. So he's got to be at a computer. All right. What is he holding, though?
It's a
Rick.
camera.
I don't know what he's holding, but do you see what I'm saying with the guy behind him, like facing the camera? If his face is cut out and he's wearing the sunglasses.
Yep.
Yes.
See, the thing is, Rick, I can see that white apparition-y type thing, but as God is my witness, I don't know what it is, but I know it's something. Like, I know that I need to look at that because that's definitely what's different about this thing, but I have no idea, so I'm picking out the bug light. Back that he's old. I'm
He's
doing
got
my
a nice
part
pair of Converse on.
I'm doing my part of the detective work, trying to break this down for you guys to figure it out. That ain't my part. Sarah, last thoughts?
I mean, I think that's an open door in the background, and either there is something behind him or he has a very large hump.
No, that's the chair, though. That's the gamer chair. All right.
Maybe
Eric.
a chair or a hump.
Eric.
All right. So this is at the Old Stone Jail in Franklin, Kentucky. So the striations you see are bars to cells. The guy's holding a camera and he's filming into the cell to my right. I took this picture. He's filming some at cell to my right. That's a real person in the background with a white shirt on. So Rick is the only one that saw this. The green face over there was not there when I took that picture. The green head was not there when I took the picture.
That's awesome.
Mike, there's another cell right there, but there's nobody in it. There's nobody coming out of it. And also, my question about this picture is, I can't explain it. Even if it was a real person, where does the green light on the face come from? Because there's only white light in the picture. So where would the greenish, color light come to light up somebody's face?
That's a big ass face, we're saying. Like, that's not a little face. That's all the face. That's a big face.
No, like
right?
all the way to the left there, right?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. If I had
it kind of looks like, to me, it looks, when you zoom in, it kind of looks like he's looking through his eyebrows, so you can see the top of his head and like his hairline, and then you see the kind of the eyebrows and the nose.
Dude, I totally see a face, but I guess my theory is like, you know what? Here's where again, being dumb comes into play. In my head, I can see a ghost coming through the jail cell, but not with that big a face. Like, the size of the head bothers me. It's not proportional to what I think a ghost should look like. So therefore, I'm going, why is his head so big? Because the back of the chair is only right there. So if someone creeped up on me with a Muppet head like that,
there's no chair. We're all standing up.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Then what the hell is? I don't know. I thought it was a gamer's chair.
The white thing behind him is a person's t-shirt. There's a real person standing behind him, like further down the hallway, and that's what that is behind him.
Oh, Jesus!
A white t-shirt of somebody. Yeah.
You know what? I'm so focused on the mist to the left that I'm not. There it is. Yeah.
And kind of that halo effect where it has like round striations. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing is just from where the light from his camera was, because I didn't do anything to the picture.
Right.
It's just a light, reflecting off of my lens on my. So that was taken on my cell phone.
How many photos did you take and go through? You have to go through.
Oh man, on a 5-6 hour investigation, hundreds.
That's why they're all in investigators or whatnot. I always was like, I don't know if I could do that, because it always sounds to me like they're like, yeah, it was great. It was like, oh my God, it was so exciting for 6 hours. And then it's like, I've been miserable for 48 hours. All I've been doing is trying to go through things and re-listen to stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up all that stuff. When you go, do you set up a lot of stuff?
I'm not a big equipment person. My investigative partner, he is. The two teams that I investigate with, they like equipment, but I'm not. My biggest thing is my cell phone, taking pictures. I have a thermal camera for my cell phone too, a FLIR thermal camera. It plugs into my phone. And the voice recorder on your cell phone is one of the best that you can use, because the microphones are really sensitive and they pick up a lot.
Love that. Simple is better.
And when it comes down to like EMF meters and things like that, those are not for detecting ghosts. EMF meters were brought into the field to rule out EMF activity. So I'm not big on REM pods and EMF meters, because I think they're too fallible. As far as REM pods go, you can take a walkie-talkie and just hit the button. You don't even have to talk into it, and it'll set a REM pod off within 10 feet of you. So what's to say there's not a trucker going down the highway who has a really powerful CB, and that's why your REM pod's going off. You don't even know, Joe Blow's over here on the interstate just talking on his, trucker radio and can make your equipment go off.
Right.
What about cat balls?
Oh, God.
We do use those. I think those are interesting because they're motion, and you really do have to move them. And I've seen quite a few times where I've seen them move themselves after they've been sitting for a while. Actually, across the street from the Stone Jail where that picture was taken, we also investigate the museum, the Simpson County Museum and Archives, and they have 2 stories. But I set one down in this one corner on a glass case that has some museum items in it, and I set it on the top. It's flat. The cat toy doesn't move. It sits there for about 2 minutes, and then it rolls around in circles on its own 2 or 3 times, and then stops again. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, about 10 other people saw that, and I was like, y'all saw that it was just sitting there for a couple minutes, and yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Did you keep the receipt?
Right.
That's all I'm thinking. I'd put it back in the package, take it back to the place. I only want it to go off. I don't want it to roll around in a circle or do anything like that.
True story though, Mike.
Go ahead.
I used to work with a girl who her voice was so loud and annoying, she set off the freaking cat balls every time. In the garbage. I'm not kidding. Every cat ball in the room would go off when she talked.
Now,
I had to throw them all away.
That's awesome.
Was it actually her voice, or was her voice?
Yes.
Was her voice so annoying that any spirits anywhere nearby didn't know how to tell you guys to stop? So it was like the end of Breaking Bad when he's going ding 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 ding, ding trying to tell him, let him know.
Might have been the fact that she was also going like, "Are you here? Are you dead?"
Well, then it would be me. It would be me hitting the cat balls. I'd be like,
yeah.
Stop it.
The one thing I hate about the cat ball is because you're walking around in the dark, and they like to put them on the floor. We like to put them on the floor, and then you end up kicking them damn things all the way down the hallway, and they're everywhere by the end of the night.
Awesome.
Really, you don't find that fun, like to kick a cat ball down the hallway? That to me is a must. If I saw one, I'm give it a good punt.
I can't help it. I gotta chase it.
Go in.
Yeah, right.
I'm a Leo.
Well, when you're doing a private investigation, and you trying to turn over evidence to a client, and every minute you're like, "Oh, I kicked the cat balls," it sounds a little vulgar sometimes. So,
that's a very interesting question. Should you have a sense of humor when you do a investigation at someone's house? I guess you got to have a little bit to break the ice, but not too much where you're kicking cat balls. All right.
I think that spirits have a sense of humor.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, a lot of times if you're just bullshitting and talking, a lot of times you'll catch EVPs and them chiming in and laughing. We've caught that before.
Well, wouldn't that make sense more? Like, in other words, doesn't it make sense to catch them enjoying themselves more than it does us asking them questions?
Yeah.
Is there a bill here? Is there a bill?
Oh my God.
Like in other words, if you're telling a joke and they listen and you hear like a laugh or something like that, to me, they're more likely to kick in because it's less work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Ghosts like sports too, Mike. You'd be
They
surprised.
do.
Talk
Well,
about their sports.
They like history. That's the big thing too.
Mhm.
Or music. Music is a big thing too, big trigger. Yeah.
That's fun.
Go to this.
I mean, they've probably been asked 18,000 times, who's here, what's your name,
What's your name? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we try to go off script and just do all different kinds of things to get responses. And
you ever think of just kicking like a techno beat and then turning on the what's it called? The ghost, the amp that goes, the spirit
box, Mike.
yeah.
But like, just do the and just kick like a dum dum dun, 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 and just see maybe if they want to like, what if they drop a verse or sing like a hook, right?
I bet it'd be a pretty recent ghost.
Wait a minute,
Right.
But I'm not even joking. You ever think of incorporating music to a spirit box?
People use that as triggers for sure.
Yeah.
What do you use for music? That stuff that like puts people to sleep. That
Whatever's relevant to the place and possible time period of what we're trying to trigger. Like we went on the U.S. America here in Tampa, and we played, like World War II era.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Around here, we have a lot of Civil War stuff. So, we'll play different drum, like Little Drummer Boy things from
Yeah.
then, or the Battle Hymn of the Republic, or you play the Battle Hymn of the Republic and you're in a Confederate stronghold. Oh, they'll let you know real quick. They don't want to hear that
Yeah.
because that's a Yankee song.
Yeah, you know it's
I thought
funny.
about
Yeah.
going in costume to Gettysburg, like from the opposite,
Yeah.
Chestnut.
Yeah, see, being in Rhode Island, we have the armory that's closer to us, and we actually had the first flag flown by Rhode Island in the Civil War, where we fought for the Yankees, and pretty much that's what it was. And I never understood the term, could never figure it out. Like I had no idea, like because the Yankees, the baseball team, like. In other words, like the South weren't called that. It had to do with their necks. And closest that I ever seen of sports teams, and that would be the Redskins, which you can't say anymore either. It's now the Commanders. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like it was the Yankees, and then the derogatory term for the South was, you know what it is, redneck. So my point was that's what I'd heard as a kid, and I never knew what they meant.
Good eyebrow.
I'd be a dead honest. Like I was totally unaware of the Civil War, and Buddy has taught me a lot of things about it that I didn't even know. Like all these battles and stuff that went on, or how bad it was. But down south, where my father-in-law lives, god damn, he is so pro-South. I love it. Like he'll get into any conversation, just start going at it. And I love listening. I just sit and listen because I don't argue, and he's great at it. They're very proud of themselves. Eric, is it like that where you live? Are they? Is it a very Southern pride?
Yeah, to an extent. I live in Nashville, born and raised in Nashville,
Awesome.
Tennessee,
yeah.
and so definitely a lot of Civil War history stuff around.
Yeah,
and kind of preserving that.
I'm jealous of that.
Yeah, you see the Confederate flags and things like that still, but that's kind of going away. That's become a big no.
When Leonard Skinner dropped it, that was like, all right. Like when they stopped. They were to me that flag growing up. Like that's the music I heard when I thought of that flag.
Yeah.
And the Dukes of Hazzard. That's all I thought was Leonard Skinner, Dukes of Hazzard. Again, I digress. But go ahead.
But yeah, it's very much Southern pride, and it has a lot to do with like the Southern hospitality of manners and respect and things like that. That's the biggest thing with Southern pride is we pride ourselves on kind of the slower pace of life, and whether you like somebody or not, you still hold the door open for them and yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir.
Nice.
Yeah, but let's be honest with that one because we have Sin who's Southern and she's got that.
I know Sin.
But we all know the real truth about Southern and Italian people up Northeast. We both like respect, and we both can insult you by saying the nicest things.
Yeah,
Southern people can tell you to have a nice day or something like that.
Oh, want you a doll?
Oh yeah, they just know how to beat you up without saying it in a mad way. So yeah, you guys are definitely inviting and all that stuff, but you're also like could be just making fun of me the whole time, and I wouldn't know.
They are.
Right. They probably are.
They are. On that note, I love you guys. Peace.
Bye,
All
Rick.
right, Rick.
bye, Rick.
All right. Sarah, what do you got on this?
There's something on the back of that chair, the green chair that's in the front. It's pink. Is there a blank? I can't tell if it's actually something physical because it looks like someone's almost like sitting in the chair too. You see what I'm talking about? Like you see, so there's
I
the
definitely
chair.
see the chair. I definitely see the chair.
But there's an area to the like left-hand side of the chair where it looks like the pattern's not as clear. And then you have part of the arm is blocked out. And part of the back of the chair is that same piggy color that the other guy on his face.
What?
What
are you?
Back
Are
of
we even looking
the
at the same
chair.
thing? I see smoke coming up on the side of the mirror for some reason, or
That's
it's
a
dirty.
smudge on the mirror.
All right, well then that's what I said. Or it's dirty. Then I see the fact that this poor guy's got red eyes.
Oh
like
yes,
he could be a demon.
That's me in the picture.
Right.
That's you.
Eric.
That's you, Eric. You're a demon.
You could be a
Red
demon.
eyes.
I can't rule that out at this point, Eric, by looking at this photo. And he's looking at himself in a mirror. He's taking a photo.
Look at the chair, Mike.
It's
Look
got a
at
pink scarf going down it. What's a purple scarf? What do you
But
do?
look at the seat of the chair.
Yep. Yeah, there's something. The white seems
Yeah.
smudged to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And part of the arm's blocked out, and the pattern's not quite right there. And I don't know. We have to ask Eric when it's time if there's actually something on the back of the chair.
Plus, we got to ask Eric. Why would he stop and take a photo of himself in this mirror? Like, I don't know if I'd pick this mirror because it's an elongated view.
Well, because when you're a paranormal investigator, you take a picture in like every mirror when you're in a haunted location. That's just what you do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. See, I'd have a
Standard
problem.
operating procedures.
I wouldn't pick this mirror because it just looks like it's gonna fall. But I like I'm willing to bet you if you pull back that woman's head, like a door would open.
That would be cool.
Like the Bat Cave.
Yeah, right. That's all I got so far. As
That
I'm willing
bus
to
looks like it came out of the haunted mansion at Disney World.
That looks like a hookah.
A hookah or a hooker?
No. There's a hooker, which is a woman who is paid for sexual acts.
You know what a hooker is?
This is a hookah, which is something you would smoke out of.
You mean the lamp?
Yes, that's why I said it looked like a hookah, and then you said hooker, and
I thought you were talking about the woman still, and I thought you were calling her a hooker.
I would have said the word hooker and stuck the R. You would have heard hooker, like not hookah. Hookah. I don't ever say hookah. Anyways, Eric, off the hookah. What exactly are we looking at?
Sin just said, "Bless your heart."
So this is another picture at Thomas House in Red Bowling Springs, Tennessee. There are antiques all throughout this place. Every room has them. Every hallway has different antiques. And this particular mirror, the story of the mirror is, and they've had people take pictures in it, and you will get a woman's face in the mirror. Also, one of the things that we think in the paranormal of mirrors as like portals, right? Well, on the other side of the wall from this mirror in the bedroom, there's another mirror directly on the other side facing the bed. So people get really uncomfortable in that room. But the story with this mirror is if you take pictures, you can get a woman's face. I actually took about 20 pictures in this mirror in a row, trying to catch her face. And what I caught was in the chair, the gray part of the chair. There's a pink blanket hanging over the chair, but see the grayish part? That's the grayed out stuff that I'm talking about that we catch at Thomas House. And what happens in the series of pictures that I took, it starts out as a little like ball of grayness, and it grows into this size. And then by the time I'm done with the 15th, 16th, 20th picture, however many I took, it shrinks back down to nothing. And you can see the whole chair again.
Right.
Same camera used for all the grayness?
No, not well, the same camera for all of this, but it was two different other cameras for the grayed out faces and a different camera for the pink face. So it's an odd thing. And I've never had it happen in any other location.
Imagine a place that you go to where when you take photos of stuff, they get like photoshopped out. I've never heard of anything like that. Sarah, have you ever been to a hotel that offered that as an amenity?
No, I mean, I've been to hotels that offer lots of different amenities, but not that particular one.
I don't know if I asked that part either. Eric, so everyone knows that this happens throughout the whole place.
Yeah.
This mirror, it might have been her mirror.
No, not just the mirror, but the fact that everyone's face is subject to being blotched out in a photo, right? And then you go there and you take photos to have your face blotched out because there's I guess an adrenaline rush. See, where I get nervous and freaked out is what's blotching out my face. What's the reason for it?
Mm-hmm.
And what if it's not a good thing that something's blocking out my face for a photo? You guys never think that way?
No, because what permanent harm is your face being blocked out in a photo going to do?
Right.
Well, it almost looks like his face was peeled off his head or scanned.
But it's just a picture.
So that's where they could do it.
It's not his actual face. If I went into a place and they were pulling faces off, like actual faces, then I will be afraid.
Sarah, come on now.
Like
Look,
face off, like
Sarah.
John Travolta and Nick Cage
All right.
style.
Sarah,
But
it would happen so fast. They would have scanned his face so fast that it just went completely pink.
you probably don't even know until later.
He probably has a cyborg build of him out there already. Yeah. That could be a scanning of the face. Soon. I don't want that on my record. I don't want to go someplace where there's a chance that I get a photo of me. They could take my face.
You're assuming they want your face.
Why not? They probably
Are they not being discerning about whose faces they're taking? I mean, if I had the ability to take anybody's face, I'd be very discerning about the faces.
Eric, what do you think of my theory that they might be just taking faces in those quick photos?
Don't play into
Have you ever thought of that?
I think it's maybe more of a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Or face stealing. But the glitch in the Matrix, I do
It's
agree
like,
with.
what is that movie?
Chinese
Face
are
Off.
doing that. Yeah, like Face Off. The
John
Chinese
Travolta
are
and Nicolas
doing
Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, I'm thinking this is more alien-like, where they just or ghost-like, where they just come, zoom, take your face really quick, and so for some reason, you guys are catching that photo right at the instant. Where they take.
They're abducting his face.
It could be evidence.
Had a
It could
face
be.
abduction.
But again, it is very weird that it gets grayed out or pinked out in that gentleman's case.
Right.
Yeah, in that particular building. Yeah, there's lots of other things that have happened to people there. Time slips, and there's all kind of apparitions and things. We catch all kind of EVPs there.
Definitely alien. Oh, yeah.
Time slips. Time slips. What do we mean by that? Like,
so at Thomas' house, I know an investigator who there was nobody else in the hotel except for them investigating. There were 3 of them. She went into the ladies' bathroom downstairs to use the bathroom. The 2 guys were upstairs in what they call Sarah's room, where the little girl spirit is, and on the opposite hallway from where I took that picture. And she came out of the ladies' restroom, went back upstairs. She couldn't find anybody in the entire building. She thought they were playing a trick on her. So she went outside, looked across the street at a church that we investigate as well. She called her boyfriend, talked to him on the phone to make sure that she wasn't going crazy. The other investigator that was missing, that she couldn't find, she called his phone and sent him text messages, and he never responded. When she called his phone, she got voicemail. So after about 30 minutes, she's like, well, I'm going to go back in the bathroom and come back out and see if that changes anything. Well, she went back in the women's bathroom, came back out, heard them upstairs where she had left them, and went upstairs and found them exactly where she had left them. And the other investigator never got a missed phone call nor the text messages from her. And I can tell you, in that building, you get perfect cell phone service.
Who was this person it happened
to? She's an investigator. She used to investigate with Medics for Paranormal. Her name is Paula.
All right.
And the guy that she tried to call was my investigative partner, Lee, who had the pinked out face.
Does Paula do a little of the drinking?
Nope. Paula does not drink. She's not doing any drugs. She's a medic, actually, on an ambulance. So, because
that's highly unusual of a story, in the sense that no one's there, and plus just having the knowledge to go back in the bathroom. Like, I'll be honest, my first thought was you got to go out the door and head home.
Well, and that's what she was going to do. She went back in the bathroom to pee again or whatever, and she was fixing to seriously. She was on the verge of crying, she said, and she was fixing to go in her truck because she had already talked to her boyfriend. She was fixing to go drive back to Nashville. And when she came back out of the bathroom, she heard them upstairs, and that's why she went upstairs. And she read them the riot act because she thought they played a joke on her, and they didn't know what she was talking about.
It's like a Freaky Friday sort of thing. All right, I got the 10-second laser moving video. I got to see it again because I don't know what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the lights that are being projected on the wall, they weren't bumped forward at all. Sarah, what do you think on that one? What you just
Well,
saw?
yeah, it's a laser grid. So, as soon as I see those lights, I'm looking for the
Keep talking.
something to move in front of it, and it's right there. See how
What-
it blocks out some of the dots?
No. Try again.
Look at the bottom. Watch. It's giving the effect that the dots are moving, but
Yeah.
if something actually came in front of it to disturb, because they're in a very patterned grid. So even if you moved that device, it wouldn't do that. Like all the dots would move. They wouldn't just disappear like that.
It looked like stars. Look, a couple of them turned into like falling stars. to the right.
Yeah. And so something is moving, creating that effect, it looks like to me, because something's moving through the grid.
Eric, help us out with this.
So play the video again. If you watch down at the bottom, the actual
Mhm.
laser moves. The laser physically moves.
Oh, did it?
Either that or the lens. You know how you can turn the lens?
Yeah. So you have two different lights then? Because the ones on
No.
the top didn't move.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It was on a tripod.
Right.
And it did not fall over. It did not move. This is in a jail cell at a place called the historic Scott County Jail in Huntsville, Tennessee. And it's a stone jail. The table that was sitting on is steel, and it's into the concrete. The thing is not moving. And it was set up for almost 2 minutes before it ever moved. And there is a shadow out in the hallway, like you were saying, Sarah.
Yeah.
That kind of blocks out some of it, but we couldn't explain the twisting of the light at the bottom.
I can't understand how all of that wouldn't move.
Can I suggest one thing that's probably not correct? What if it was just a malfunction of the lights and they caught themselves and came back?
Well, what it is it's one laser light, but it has a lens on it that causes it
Yeah.
to split into all those dots.
Mhm.
And you can turn that lens to get different patterns.
Mhm.
And even if the lens turned, I mean, it shouldn't turn by itself because it screws.
I only
on.
thought it was that it's a quick glitch where just the bottom right hand goes boop up a little and then adjusts to where it is. That's the only thing I think of. If I'm going to be a curmudgeon, and there's got to be a couple out there.
Well, like I'm
that's all
saying, it's a single laser light that goes through this little lens that screws on.
Mm.
And so there would be no way for half of it to change and the other half not.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
strange to me.
No chance of less power to one side, even though it's one.
No, because it's one laser.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
If you take
never
the
go-
tip off of it, it's just like a laser pointer. It's the tip that you put on that causes it to have those patterns.
Although I don't know, I'd have to test to see if you touched it, would it create that effect? If you touch just part of the lens, like the screen over the lens, the lens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, either way, he said they didn't touch it. So,
Well, no, they didn't touch it, but
No, but I'm just saying,
something
like,
could have touched it.
yeah, that's a little more
That
confusing.
that place is incredible. We caught so many EVPs in there, doors slamming on their own, and had some other investigator friends who were there at a different time that filmed a picture flying off the wall. And this is like they have a museum. It's a historical place, so they do tours through their museum tours. So they have these posters that are Velcroed to the wall. Well, they heard a noise out. They were in one of the cells with the door shut, and they heard a noise out in the hallway. And they come out, and he filmed this poster flying sideways, like it spun off the wall. But there's no way for it to do that because it's Velcroed.
Did it make the
and,
Velcro rip sound too?
I don't remember that. I haven't seen the video in a while, but RKB Paranormal, I think they still got the video up on Facebook. But,
That's me. The first thing I look for is that's the noise. That's like that would be because if it was thrown that fast off the wall, it either ripped all the Velcro both sides, or it would have made a hell of a noise. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Really quick because we got about 1 or 2 minutes before we wrap up. I'm gonna play the audio that I got from you, and I separated them in two spots. We'll listen through them straight through, and then we'll discuss.
I know little Willie did. That's for sure.
So that one's at the very end of it. Something happens there. I didn't mean to stop us, but did you hear that at the end? Actually, you know what, Eric, give us the background because it'd be easy to wrap these up. Give us the background of what we're about to hear. That way, we'll see what we're hearing. Because the first one's called Horse. Don't give me. I can only see the horse part of it. The other one I put UK. So,
so that is at a place called Rosemont in Gallatin, Tennessee, and it was built back in the 1800s, pre-Civil War. During the Civil War, it was not a plantation; it was an actual thoroughbred horse farm, and they bred the grandfather to the famous racehorse Secretariat.
Nice. All right. So now, what are we being? What's being heard though in this?
So you hear the little boy talking. They're in the office, the farm office, and you hear the little boy talking, and at the end, you hear what sounds like a horse whinny.
Okay. All right. Let's do it again.
I know little Willie did. That's for sure.
Yeah. This. I'm not really good at horse whinnies and identifying them. It sounds like crickets. Like it sounds like the bugs that I hear sometimes outside my house. Because I don't know what a whinny sounds like. That sounds dumb, but it's true. So, Sarah, did you hear it?
I mean, I heard something that sounded whistly. I mean, the hard part is when you're an investigator and you're there for the investigation, there are tons of evidence and things that bring context to these clips. So, if they were already getting stuff about horses or talking about horses, then yeah, I would definitely interpret that as a horse whinny.
Yeah, they were in the farm office where they would have sold the horses.
Mm-hmm.
This place is used to be like 600 acres, but now it's in the middle of a modern town, and the walls are 3-foot thick brick, and there's not a horse within 10 miles of this place.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the farm office, and the questions are along the lines of selling horses and signing contracts and things like that, because that's what they would have done in the office. And the doors open to a porch that has no stairs going down, because that's where they would have seated the rich people, to where they could see the horses come up and they could auction them, bid on them. So yeah, in the context of that office, it makes a lot of sense.
Right.
We would also get a lot of stuff in the basement with horses, because they hid them during the Civil War. Or because Gallatin was occupied by the Union, and so they basically stole all of their horses for the cavalry, and they managed to save a few and hide them in the basement.
In the basement. All right. Here.
I know little Willie did. That's for sure.
She come a long way to see you. Say hi.
Hey.
All right. So
that was a high.
Yeah, there's something at the end of that, and I wish we had more time to really delve into that, because I would want to ask who's in the room, what other voice could that be? But that's definitely like a different. See, I'm a big vibrations guy too. Like I think things are just trying to get through, and sometimes they have that deeper sound. There's that ghost sound that when I hear it, sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's there's something about the tone of it that is authentic to me. And when it's like that, where I can't completely understand what it's saying, but I can hear that something's being said, that's one of those ones you bring up, you pull up, you do all the zooming in on all that stuff. But
yeah,
what did you hear?
I don't. That same voice can't come across in quite a few EVPs that loud as well. That was in the ladies' parlor of Rosemont, the same plantation home, and but it's the same. You can tell it's the same lady, same voice, and it's always when we're talking to Miss Catherine, who is the lady of the house. And we got several responses. I think I sent you another clip with that same voice. That sounds like it's trying to answer.
Yeah, that you sent them to Buddy.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, you got 2 out of 3 through, so that's pretty good. Right? That's really pretty good. Look, Eric, I hate to cut you short. We actually are starting a show called Legit Paranormal 101. It's just a way to like take the basic terminology and explain it slowly, because I've noticed by hosting podcasts that people like she did, that she pulled out that word on us that I still can't remember, the two-word thing, like a 2-word thing, like big words. So we're gonna
the Aurora Borealis.
That thing, never heard of it. Never heard of it till you just said it. Anything you'd like to plug or promote before I let you go?
Just go check out the Unseen Paranormal podcast. Also coming up in Nashville in October 21st, we are doing Tennessee Haunts and Legends Expo. So be on the lookout for that at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Boy, would I love to go to that. That would be fantastic. Sarah, anything you'd like to say before we wrap?
No, folks, this is a good example. Those are good photos, but that's why, as Eric mentioned, you always take 3 or more. So when people like us are looking at your photos, we know what wasn't there and what is there later. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot about context too.
Yeah,
Always
all
in the
about
context.
context. All about context. Yep.
All right,
Good
so
job.
let me wrap it up, and then we'll be live with the next show. So for Eric Freeman Sims, for Sarah Paranormal, it is me, my Liberty King Michael. This was a legit Paranormal Clips brought to you by legitpodcast.com. We will see you again next week. Give me a chance to change my tank top, and we'll be back with the next show.